your friend AKA Osono Mame. So many things AC. And then me betcha idea ba kubi. Oh my no muye did say, Madam Torkornoo nyehwe, Madam Torkornoo nyehwe. We a regular Ghanaian like myself. Right? Now mun sha bi. Now this company, your friend company way, and I want you to follow this conversation very well. Very important to me. Me betcha company be. Company way, you register company way 2019. A Dina a fair company, we have Design 37 Limited. Design 37 Limited. I'm going to take my time today and a Friday. Say it's enough. There are a lot of stories we need to do, but I'm going to take my time for us to do this story. It's got to do with a Chief Justice who has been suspended. Now, a company where you registered in 2019. Mr. P, Mr. S, team. All right. Now, interior design and furniture designs. Now, a company way, some interior designing. Be a friend of furniture designs. Now, OSHA registration number now is CS098422019. You see, on this platform, the reason why we have millions of Ghanaians watching us every single day is because Asemia Bekimbia, we back it with facts. And today we are doing another story on Madam Torkornoo, and we want Ghanaians to understand the reason why majority of Ghanaians listen to this platform. Make sure the reason why Madam Torkornoo, she's not supposed to come back as the CJ of Ghana. She's not. Now, company way, you registered in 2019. OSHA address a shower house number BAE 2920 near the place, 16th Street, Bashona. I want to register a company, no. Now, so Oko company no more. Oma company no eyo omudia and our directors of the company. So share document I made sure we are company 2. You will see this. Mami and large na obia hu bi sene be ya enye de se me nko na mehwe. Wo omo directors of the company no. You Adam Sarah Amega Torkornoo or ye Ghanaian director marketing. Adam Sarah Amega Torkornoo ono na director marketing. Sa company ne registered in 2019. And ye wo eye Serum Francis Afi Torkornoo ono so eye director and designer. Serum Francis Afi Torkornoo ono so ye director and designer. And ye wo Serum Francis Afi Torkornoo osa secretary and designer. Inti company no, the director and the secretary no, one person, your friend is Serum Francis Afi Torkornoo. And the marketing director no, your friend no, Adam Sarah Amega Torkornoo. Now, so company name you registered in 2019. Right now, Mamwati ase omo directors of the company. Nipa na mabo mudini nyina, you heard it. Now, Mamencho Adebi, a company, sa company way, obebuta say a dear no ye. Sa company way say omobeye ejumebi ama Ghana. Now, omoje contract every the judicial services war. Contract and then say almost say omo ba be refurbish a judicial services no on see new lounge any omo library on be refurbish no. Now a dear medical owner make a just say oh yeah the owner of the company a Serum. This Serum lady onye. This one is called Serum. Ono na mi bo ni din echire musisiano. So she is the owner of the company. Serum Frances Afi Torkornoo. She is the daughter of the suspended Chief Justice. Company now make a lady way dear. This lady or the daughter of Chief Justice Madam Torkornoo Neba. Company now make sure no. The owner of the company, this lady, her name is Serum. She is the daughter of Madam Torkornoo. This company I'm talking about, the Judicial Service, Madam Torkornoo Edano, they gave this lady's company a contract. Now, the contract was to fix the Judicial Library, build a lounge, and decorate the lounge for the Judicial Services. We have established, this company was actually registered in 2019. It belongs to the Chief Justice's daughter. The Chief Justice's daughter and on the company, at the end of the day, the Judicial Services Sa company, contract to decorate the Judicial Library and also build a new lounge or redecorate a new lounge for the judiciary. Now remember, Serum, the daughter of the Chief Justice, Torkornoo, Madam Araba Torkornoo, Nebabani. That's her daughter. Now, what are some of the items girl way company and a lady way company enya contracts na or say or they ba eba bedeng or they eba be renovate the Judicial Library and also the lounge for the judiciary. Remember, her mother is the Chief Justice. Time we win the contract we no nane ma me Chief Justice. Now, these are some of the items onya contract no or say or toya or the ebedeng or the bedi jumano. Inti sa osha some of the items they be nie. Now osha items na. Binding can remember contract so, but I'm going to show you how the whole thing went down. Oto judges reading room or renovate oto akonya bako 3,000 Ghana cedis. Oto or say desk. Oto be 1,900. Sorry, I hope maybe I'm getting it wrong. Oto be 24,000. Or say lounge in Kunjani be 240 million old Ghana. And now oto nyamani be 42,000. Or say a Kunja it be lounge war. Oto desktop computers be 23,000 Ghana, 230 million old Ghana. These are some of the things contract or state say obeto edia renovate the judges lounge and also the library, the Judicial Library. And remember, contract where we win and a Chief Justice. Now oshe flower pot be or the car ne contract no one or say obeto edia renovation or to be 1,900 Ghana to Ghana 19 million. Oto bibiti say in Kunyabi and also to be 6,500 Ghana, 65 million old Ghana. Oto tables be 32,000. Bibiti say curtains, blinds, or to be 7,000, that is 70 million old Ghana. Any a whole lot of things or say na obey you see day I change the face of the judiciary or my library, any their lounge. Now, you will be publishing on our site, loudsilencenews.com, and also on our Facebook page. Now let's go into the wagon. I know, Mr. S. I'll go in there. Remember, sir, contract na a lady way. Ne maame the Chief Justice no contract na ye demand no a restrictive tendering. And I say because a restrictive tendering yama obia kwan emanan ambede contract am de be kire no unya hu cost a contract in sum total sum you don't have it, you have no idea. I'm going to show you, but I want you to understand say Madam Torkornoo ba no ne baba serum we no ye man the contract no na a restrictive tendering, meaning yama obia ho kwan say ombede for that contract. Technically your friend no and on unko abaye and your tam sika man say kwa contract no. So obi weka say onya priority, onya special treatment. Na ma me na the Chief Justice and the contract we man no restrictive tendering. Into obi an na mpre ho ayo no nko a, she is the only person they gave the contract to. These are some of the reasons why I say Madam Torkornoo should not come back to the Supreme Court. She needs to understand. If she doesn't, there are a lot damage. One shall own to me Pia Bontini Beam. Now, my uncle into the contract. Now, these contracts are quite interesting. Team. Now, my team is saying I should read restrictive tendering as a tre and so you move forward. I guess this is the only story we are doing today. It's a kakra. Now, you guys are restrictive tendering. I said saying this is restrictive tendering. Restricted tendering is procurement limits. Restricted tendering in procurement limits the competition to a select group of suppliers, contractors, or service providers, unlike open tendering. This method is used when the procurement subject is highly specialized, requiring only a few qualified bidders, or when evaluating a large number of bids would be disproportionately expensive. It's also known as limited bidding or selective tendering. So, when they say restricted tendering, it means say it is limited to a few people, and in some instances, they have to be experts, people who have the required knowledge. Our expertise exceptional, and sa contract restrictive tendering. Just say. Ye biema nipa kakra bi anase sometime krampo no ye mbie kura manipa bebre ye biema company ba ko pe. It means say answer this side remember sa company no na sa company no edwuma no omu nim edwuma no omu experience no. In fact, company bia entumi mma embe den enne omu be compete for that contract because omu expertise di omu nim no. About 90% of the companies are only competing with Omunim. Inti, yabasi a chrawasiye, and no kahoni edisa contract with Emma, Madam Torkornoo serum. Now, yanko into the contract. Follow the documents very well. Now, OSHA document where I was screen so let me enlarge it because it's always good when you can see what I am reading. This is a letter. Design 37 Limited. Enya free judicial services war. Now, redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. In the contract, they say, obe designing a judicial library. Na was creating a new judges lounge. Intuition letter na we forward herewith our bid into letter way na Madam Torkornoo extra edekoma the judicial secretary say omo bede for this contract say omo be redesigning the judicial library and also omo be recreating a new judges lounge. Madam Torkornoo chief justice no ne ba no extra letter say contract bi ono na obetuma ye no otra command Madam Torkornoo office say sa contract no wa bid for contract no. We forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged, we the undersigned offer to redesign. I'm sorry, let me take this again. This is quite faint. Now, Uridia Seneka, we forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged, we, the undersigned, offer to redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge in conformity with a said tender document for the sum of grand total for redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge, including 2 years warranty, 456,456 Ghana. Now, Madam Torkornoo Bano extra letter. Basically, catch Madam Torkornoo office say, omo di omo be da bromo, omo don be da tum say, omo be redesigning the library for the judiciary and also a lounge. Now, Sika almost said Omo de Babe sa contract no, 456,000. Titigana Sikano 4 billion. And now all the Babe renovate library no. Now Omaye some lounge be Ediama judges no. Inti letter way free, Madam Torkornoo back ne bar your friend Syrian company. Ultra letter way Ediakwa koma Ediakoma the judicial secretary. Do you remember the judicial secretary? She is the lady, Madam Torkornoo, suggested me Kufuado. Say, on Fanenko Supreme Court. That is the lady recently or resigning here as the judicial secretary. Let me show you her picture. Madam Torkornoo Bano, she is writing this letter to the judicial secretary, or yet the secretary to Nemame. This woman. In the letter na Torkornoo ba Etrono, or Trakoma Madam Torkornoo secretary. Say, contract way ye contract inti munhwemu na monfamaye. Na ni nyina be cost 456,000. Titigana sikano 4.5 billion. This is the woman. Maami we ena Torkornoo ba no extra letter na koma no. Sa time no na judicial secretary. This woman. On say recently, Madam Torkornoo called suspension or no so can say we are resigning. This woman. Syria Pamela Quarantine. Time and now Madam Torkornoo ba extra letter way Edia Koma Judicial Services no. Or the secretary to the Chief Justice. Judicial Secretary no onye we resign and say the madam called suspension also are resigning. Into the extra letter no, the letter was directed to this lady. Say, ya the bid atum, ya pesi renovate library no, and library renovate ya pesi ya lounge account ni nyina be cost Titigana sikano almost 5 billion. Okay. Let's go back to the letter. Now, Usha letter na. I wasn't done reading the letter. Usha letter ni here. We state amount of money omube here EDIS contract no. Where Madam we are talking about conflict of interest. The reason why some people are making noise here because Madam Torkornoo is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Now, who read the letter? We undertake, if our bid is accepted, to deliver the goods and services in accordance with the delivery schedule specified in the schedule of requirement. Or see, someone a bid way too ma into letter way or throw Edia Koma Judicial Secretary. Sa time no na oye ne maame secretary. Say, mo the bid way maya. You be make sure say ejuma no you be ne pepepe. Oba sewa or say, thank you for inviting us to take part in the above mentioned bid. Enti judicial secretary no, judicial services no, ena mo invite omo so mo form bid in betum. Ena mo de omo bid kotum. Ena mo chese bid no mo de atum no for renovation and also the lounge you know, is going to cost Ghana, old Ghana no 5 billion. Where Madam Torkornoo, the Chief Justice neba. Syrian Torkornoo, ena the bid atum ama ne maame office. Ena DNC. Me enko enim. Team, stay with me. So, uko the correspondence or the letter will come out judicial secretary, no, obviously or definitely the judicial secretary would tell the boss because the judicial secretary cannot take that decision alone. It means she has to go and discuss it with the Chief Justice because the Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary. And who was the Chief Justice? The Chief Justice then was the lady who was saying, give me the contract, and the Chief Justice. No. So do you think, say, sa contract, no, Syrian will not get it? Because what your letter come on mame, and what catch me say, mame deal of 4.5 billion old Ghana. Now, Osha the CHRA, this is what happened after. Now, So check a document where let me enlarge it. Na kwasi bi mbeka se Kevin Taylor or Dada Ghana for. So on the 17th of October, September, 2024. September, October, November, December, naka 4 months, ema yako twaba. Naka 4 months, ema yako twaba, ena Madam Torkornoo ba, starte a bede for this contract. Naka 4 months, ne yako twaba. Now, uridi a memorandum to judicial service. Letter ninye. The procurement authority, judicial service, no, for day. Sa letter de coma procurement, director of procurement. And technically, judicial service for a sa bid, no, and the coma procurement. That means, omashe obane bid him, chief justice and babane bid, no, and for the coma director of procurement. Inti for the call procurement authority. Now, again a procurement authority extra buy. Almost a J bid no document no again no muhuye. This is the response from the procurement authority. Memorandum. Recommendation for award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries, and creation of the judges lounge. 17th September 2024. Again a procurement kaye. Your ladyship. We refer to the Public Procurement Authority approval for the use of restricted tendering method for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. The procurement authority. So, Madam Ladyship, omo letter adi akwa koma Chief Justice. So, Madam Chief Justice, yen saka sa bed na mde bre no. In fact, ya approve. Company ya waidia Madam Torkornoo ba edia. September 17th, 2024. And a procurement to Trobeka a Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary say they have approved the contract. Now, the procurement department has completed the process. Mezar Design 37 Limited has been recommended by the panel for consideration for contract award in a sum of 456,456 Ghana, including taxes. Respectfully, find attached evaluation report and the award of contract letter for consideration. When the signing here, Austin Evans Kanyoke. It's letter de buy no. Bid ne beka ne ma mensano. And for the call procurement and a procurement on the 17th of September, 4 months to election. Approve almost 5 billion old Ghana cedis contract. Edema Madam Torkornoo ba. So onkoye the library renovation and renovate or redo a lounge for judges. Almost 5 billion. 4 months to elections. Can she do that? So you now understand why Alpha Marking is backing a lot. There's a lot in there. There's so many things going on and you have no idea. Now, did it end there? No. Yenya butre obiam follow me. Gidi gidi nimo. Ye chere Ghana for the reason why Chief Justice Madam Torkornoo is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Never. This is clear, just a conflict of interest. You cannot. Moses Ame Jemfi akoche onwanisika 800 Ghana. We show obi okruma man 800 Ghana. Bone yate ase. Yate ase Sami Jemfi made a mistake. Why bone ya kasa nanim. Chief Justice the contract man baba. For almost 5 billion Ghana cedis. What to work out them say? Minjai we the man kan wansem. Sami Jemfi ko na yie no koshia obi no wache ni sika. And you say Oya ban mu nipa ade position no edi sen ko yesade no obedwom ye nyina ya kananim ana meboa ya sori ebie ye to ye mfa mienu we compare ne hwe den ko so ko jail in there. But I don't want to go there. I'm asking you a simple question. Enti omuchiro letter no every year procurement no procurement so they reply by say ya jatum. In fact contract na ye almost 5 billion mo fama Madam Torkornoo ba Syriam. Okay, Yanko Yenim, what happened next? Now, the managing director On the same 17th now, don't get this wrong. I'm sure idea. On say, share letter way. Letter na free procurement wo buy na omo approve letter no on the 17th September no. The same day, another letter came through now here. So on the 17th of September 2024, and a procurement for the letter by say contract ya hwehwem ya de amano. Eye Madam Torkornoo ba na ya de amano. That's cool. Now here. On the same day, the 17th of September, the same 17th of September 2024, something happened. I'm in trouble there. Let me move it up. There is a letter. The managing director, Design 37 Limited. Award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of the judges lounge. A year, the judicial secretary to Madam Torkornoo actually wrote a letter the same day to Madam Torkornoo Bano, telling her, say, yenya response a free procurement. Today, they are writing the letter to Madam Torkornoo Bano. What did they write in the judicial service? Letter Omochro Koma Torkornoo Ba. Procurement approval on the 17th of September. The same 17th of September, Madam Torkornoo Jinaso MHR letter command Bano. Letter away free judicial services. PDWKS 3524. Dear no letter. Let's read what they wrote in the letter. Letter Omuchro Koma Madam Torkornoo Bano company no. Technically, Omuchro Koma Torkornoo Bano. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and the creation of the judges lounge has been accepted. Almost say, all bid now the buy on the 5th of September. Remember, Madam Torkornoo Basiram, the company now your friend, Design 37 Limited, no, bid, no, the command judicial services are head on the 5th of September. On the 17th of September, and procurement approve the same 17th of September, and judicial services led by Madam Torkornoo through her secretary wrote to Madam Torkornoo's daughter, say, your letter you submitted on the 5th, the bid, it has been approved. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and creation of the judges lounge has been accepted. Consequently, you are requested to carry out the redesigning works based on the attached priced bill of quantities and scope of works. 2. This letter is coming from Madam Torkornoo's office to Neba Company that you have been given 5 billion, almost 5 billion contracts. September 17th, aka 4 months ni atuaba. Now, second point, this is what it says. This is technology. The total contract price is 460,456 Ghana cedis, including taxes. Into almost 30 the contract sum, total sum, almost 4.6 billion old Ghana cedis. Yediama Madam Torkornoo ba. Nema me sa actual letter man say your contract na tun. Point 3. You are to proceed with the necessary action for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specifications agreed upon. Payment will be made after satisfactory completion and certification of work done. Okay, point 3 now. Almost say a year payment no obubetua after Madam Torkornoo ba no aye contract na wie. Point 3 no almost say specifications omo dia man no sikana eye almost 5 billion no oye contract ni nyina wie ombetam sikana ma no. So there's also another twist there. Did she complete the job? Has she completed the job? Has she been paid? Was she paid after the job? Or she was paid after the job? Because we want to know, was she paid after the job was done, or she was paid before the job was done. Because point 3, as stated, you are to proceed with the necessary actions for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specification agreed upon. Payments will be made after satisfactory completion and certification works done. Inti, they wanted to make sure certifications and completion and everything is done before payment is done. The question is, was all these things done before payment was done? Who is this? It's funny. Now, Yanko point 4. By a copy of this letter, the manager, Law Court Complex, and the director, estates are to provide the needed assistance for the execution of the works. Please ensure that the works are executed within the agreed scope and reports on same following completion of works. In terms of culture, no, making sure say you not the 4 weeks are 1 month. What the 1 month yes, renovation, redesigning of the libraries. So just redesign the libraries. Table way see where the coffee table see books way fakoshaha. Na redesign the lounge 4.6 billion old Ghana. Redesigning and you're building a new library. You see, redesign the library and a lounge. Baby, I judge for me to din no kind book be obi anye dede ebi omo pe coffee kakra do manom eno na ye almost 5 billion a redesign. Me cham the reason why Madam Torkornoo say anka or legitimate and or kanu kra anka so resign kra ansa na committee we atrase on kanu kra nti na oda ho nam ho so pe court akono. She's a liar. She did a lot of damage. And she covered up a lot of things. Now, point 5. Please note that a revised work plan for the execution of the project is to be submitted to the undersigned through the director estate before commencement of work. So, Ushanipa or signing sa letter we are Justice Sarah Pamela C.A. Quarantine, Judicial Secretary to the Chief Justice. Then, I am Madam Torkornoo. This woman used to be the former girlfriend of Ekufuado. She used to date Ekufuado. The former Judicial Secretary, Pamela. She used to date Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado. Then former girlfriend. And the Judicial Services or a Judicial Secretary to Madam Torkornoo. So, Madam Torkornoo writes a letter through her secretary to her daughter that we have given you a contract. I have given you a contract. Make sure 4 weeks you do the contract. This is 4 months to election. We were struggling to get money to feed women. Ghana. The dollar was almost 18. The government, they were telling us COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine. They were giving Madam Torkornoo's daughter almost 5 billion to redesign libraries. Did it end there? No. Let's move forward. Because end of Friday. Now let's go to the next thing that happened. Team, are you still with me? Obiati asye. Saani ebe no. Ebe ne kakran kakra. Obiabeti asye o Ghana. Now, after Madam Torkornoo office ankasa cho letter command the base contract the amount almost 5 billion fano. This is what happened. Now, Madam Torkornoo bano in less than a month, you catch her and say, "Onye jumani nyina nwie until in some fruit onya bibia." In less than a month, she's back demanding for money. Now, Uridia, she actually wrote a Serum, the company a friend Design 37 Limited. They actually wrote the Judicial Secretary to be sent to her mother, Sadieng, and this was received on the 25th of October Remember, the last letter, omode endorse and also omode contract is 17th September. This letter from Serum to her mother, the Chief Justice, through the Judicial Secretary, it was received on the 25th of October. Request for payment for redesign of the Judicial Service Libraries and Judges Lounge. Because just say MPP is dangerous. How can you say I Kennedy Japan bawumia obodam MPP? So I read the party no. We have no idea. These are for what you say. Dina me no bofo kakana man twi na obi ate ase. Na ade a chia kwase bi nkogina TikTok because kevintaylor and ntina me yes because me pese kwase bi kwakogina TikTok abedi matem be nkrata ba na menya time na me sa kenkan a kirikirem. Mo MPP fo kwase afo na mo nko school no mo mubi. Muntie me. Now request for payment. Afi na ne ba no giska. Mo ma me do. Are they going to pay her? Let's see. I hope this letter finds you well. I am humbly writing on behalf of Design 37 to formally request for the payment of 456,456 Ghana for the redesign of Judicial Services Library, Law Court Complex Libraries, and the Judges Lounge, which has been approved. So now, Akorano, on your contract, no. But in less than a month, Wababaki say, you approve the contract, pay me the money. Or instructing the mame through the secretary that my contract has been approved by my mother through the procurement, and it came back to my mother, and my mother told me that it has been approved. Now I am back. Pay me the money. The project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete. Listen. Letter way free. Madam Torkornoo banho. Serum company no. In the letter, your trophy judicial secretary office, Nema Metroman say, this contract needs to be completed in 4 weeks before you are paid. Now, Akurane catch Nema say, through the judicial secretary say, the project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete the outlined objectives. Or see, contract today and Saka, by a catch them say, Sani and Mokayano, said you might deal with your bet my contract 20 minutes in the Naswa. I was a Sikana ba. Says Sikana ma. And ya dear you bet to me, I ye a juma way it was ye. Meaning they are asking for the money. Are they going to pay her? Her mother is the Chief Justice, Torkornoo. Are they going to pay Torkornoo's daughter the money? They are people who did jobs for the government, road contractors for 8 years. They were not paid. Some died. Madam Torkornoo's daughter put a bid in less than 2 weeks. It's been approved. Or say, pay me the money now so that I can do the job. What your letter command me through the judicial secretary. Now, please let us know if there are any additional documents or information required to expedite the process. Thank you for your attention and support. We look forward to your favorable response and to the continued collaboration on this important initiative. Yours sincerely, K.A. Ketali Abdullah, Secretary, Administrator, Design 37 Limited. So Torkornoo ba etumi letter command maame se be contract. Na ne maame afo de procurement. Na procurement for aba se ya jatum. Na ne maame aka je se ya approve. Na ne bana sa aka che de maame se ye hiska. Hey Ghana. This is the Chief Justice I'm talking about too. Madam Torkornoo. Obi to say adenti na ye tata Torkornoo. Udim the Torkornoo aye. Ya se so me je mfia ko eyi na wako hia obi na wama ni ska. Ye ntia fine. Maybe the judgment there was wrong. Ye fan compare we. I'm not here to justify some Jemfi's actions. I don't want a problem. He can go and drink poison. I don't want a problem. But I'm making you understand to be a Ghana tier. Now, did it end there? Let's see. PZ4 Swami 4. I hope say every single person is following what we are doing. So, if you don't know a year serum, she is actually connected to a year David Ajay. The guy now omomano a year cathedral contract, no. It is serum. She worked with David Ajay's company in 2015 as an intern. Enti sa lady we are oye Madam Torkornoo ba no. David Ajay na omude eye cathedral design man no. She used to work with David Ajay as an intern, not oye attachment. In less than 4 years, the intern is getting contract worth 5 billion old Ghana. What is the Ghana ukem? This is it. Onye. She used to work for a year. Serum Onye. I Torkornoo ba ni. Fe. The dead. Mesa twaso. Ba me chiro bibi. Me chiro. You have not seen anything here too, eh? Boni afenyo marking mwedi e wo Ghana no. Anything I'm sorry no we demonstrate say Madam Torkornoo nko.